Hello and welcome back to a new video. My name is Bianca from Lucky Crafting Art and I'm very happy that you're here again. Today I want to do a little craft with me because I need to refill my ephemera supplies and I thought, what is the best way to do that? A masterboard. So that's why I ripped all of these papers apart and now I have all of these beautiful scraps. And I'll transform this into a masterboard and I'll just film along and take you with me and maybe talk a bit about how I got into junk journaling. And so it's a bit of a cozy video, a craft along, I'd say. So let me prepare and then we'll start. So now I have my paper I want to glue the scrap pieces onto, and then I have my watery glue. It really feels and looks like it's just white water, but it still glues. So don't worry about that. And now we'll just get started. I just take a random piece of scrap and just put a bit of my watery glue onto, and then I'll just glue it down. And I'm not really going for organized for an organized masterboard, because I think that's just not really the point of a masterboard. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just glue one over the other. And then we'll just do that. And I'll take these scraps random as well. So I'm just, reaching in and grabbing something. And then I'll put it on or glue it down. And that's basically the thing I'm going to do for the rest of the video. And I'm just gonna go ahead and talk a bit about how I got into junk journaling. And I think it's it was roundabout before, I don't know, 5 years or so. Yeah, it could be it, 5 years ago. And the thing that got me into junk journaling was a video about a bookbinding technique. I don't know why I got recommended that, because I had nothing to do with books or the book topic on YouTube. I guess it's just the YouTube algorithm. And I don't know what happened then, but following to the bookbinding tutorial came, I think, a video about bookbinding or binding a junk journal. And that was basically just it, and how I got into junk journaling. And since then, it never left me. I had a few breaks. Yeah, I just ripped that again because it was too big. And since then I had a few breaks. So I don't know, junk journal for about a year, and then had a break for about a year because at that time I was going through a very active life phase, I'd say. I was traveling a lot and I was moving a lot. And so I didn't really have the time to keep junk journaling. But I always found my way back. And it always turned out to make a little bit more fun with each time I left the junk journaling and came back. So yeah, I guess it's just a hobby that stays in your life. So I'm happy about that because now we're here and now I can create a masterboard for you and you can watch me create it or listen to me even if you're still here. Maybe some of you already or some of the others already thought that that this is too boring or whatever. So I'm happy if you're still watching. If you want, you can also tell me your story in the comments, how you got into junk journaling. I'd be very happy about that because I'd love to get to know the people that follow me or that like my content. Yeah, no, now I forgot the I forgot the first part of my sentence. So I thought I'd love to get to know you. Let's put it that way. I was too concentrated with about gluing and talking in English because I mentioned it a few times now. English isn't, and you can hear it. English isn't my first language or my mother tongue, but I try my best. I mean, English was kind of the best mark or grade or whatever it's called in school. But I mean, I'm out of school for a few years now, and after that I didn't really had to speak in English. So I'm still quite good at understanding, but not so good at talking. So I try my best, and maybe it comes back. I guess it's just it's practice. So now back to my junk journaling story. I have crafted about, I think, 15, round about 15 junk journals now. I can't really tell anymore. It's so many. It's 15. I can't tell. No, I've crafted junk journals. As I said, it was an active time in my life, so I moved a lot. So I think I also have junk journals at another space, not here. So I can't remember them all, so maybe I forgot about one or two. So yeah, but it's about 15. And I only really like my journal since the last 5 or so. So what I'm trying to say is it took me about 10 junk journal to find my style that I like. That's maybe a good thing for you if you just started junk journaling and you're not really quite happy, or you think you have to watch a lot of videos to get inspiration. I mean, you can. I also watched a lot of videos and watched how different YouTubers or different people made their junk journal, crafted their junk journal, and I think it helps. So you can watch videos, and I mean, the saying is right that you at some point just have to create your own junk journals to really learn the process. Just by watching, you can't experience like what it is or how it is to craft and to create. But I think videos are still helpful. for figuring out what style you like the best. Oops, in junk journal. Because there are there are so many different videos and there are so many different styles. And I have my favorite videos about junk journaling in a playlist. So I can always go back and get a bit of inspiration if I'm at a low point with my creativity. And it also taught me what kind of style would look I like with my journals. And I have to say, my first journal, or let me put it that way, I started with just plain paper. So I just I've sewn just a white paper together. But that's because, I think my first video was about the bookbinding, and the girl in the video just binded a book because it was just about bookbinding, just a plain white book for, I don't know for what, but just a plain white book. And so my first journal, is it even a junk journal then? But my first journal was just plain white paper sewn together. And I created that with magazine pages I had. So I just cut out the pictures I liked from the magazine and then glued it down. And maybe drew something around it. But that was basically my first junk journal. And that's how I started. And then after that, there came the coffee dyeing. And then I had basically just a coffee dyed paper sewn together. And I decorated that again with magazine pages. So it was just really plain. My first junk journals were just really plain. But it was step by step. I mean, as I told you, the first 10 journals or so, I don't really like when I look at them now. Like, but important, I don't really like in a style kind of way, if I can put it like that. I like them because they are my first journals and because they live to represent my junk journaling way and how it started and how it came along. And when I look at my journals now, they're filled with more ephemera. They have many different techniques now. For example, stitching, or not only coffee dyed paper, but I have finally what's it called? Let me get it. Here, this thing and that thing. So distress ink, and I don't know what to call that in English. I'm sorry. But I've finally these materials, my God, right here. And I haven't had these for, I don't know, 4 years or 4.5. I only have this for like about half a year. So yeah, my materials expanded as well as my my experience did. So I got better at junk journaling by just doing it. And of course, by watching videos. So if someone tells you don't watch another video or something, they're kind of right, because you also just have to start. But I think they're also, I mean, as I said, great to find your style. Because sometimes it's hard, because I notice it with my crafting a lot, that I craft something and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, I don't know, it feels like something is off or something is missing, but I can't quite tell what. And when I then watch a video of a junk journal I really like, then I can see stuff that I didn't see at my project. For example, that they sew around all the edges, and that's, I think, one of the greatest discoveries that I've made in the junk journaling universe, is the sewing, because I created a few journals and they, I don't know, they didn't feel like they were finished, or that they were, I don't know, the right kind of grungy level that I wanted. And by watching videos, I noticed that a paper, like the design of a paper, really changes just when you add sewing. Ooh, there's a hair of mine, no. Yeah, so it just gives another little extra grunge or vintage touch, and the page feels like there's something going on, you know. It doesn't feel like it's just plain and there's nothing to look at. It just, I don't know how I can get it into words. Just like, it feels like the page is fuller. I don't know if I can say that, but maybe you know what I mean. And that's just a simple trick. I mean, not everybody has a sewing machine, and you don't need a sewing machine to get that effect of a full page. And I mean, I have my sewing machine and I don't use it in every project or all the time, but it's nice to know that I have one if I need one. Because it makes decorating a bit more easy, especially if you maybe want to sell your junk journals and you feel like you have to decorate it, but you don't want to take away too much space for the people who buys it to write on. Then sewing is a great way, because it adds a little decoration touch, but doesn't take away too much space. But yeah, it's just try and error. And I mean, I said it in a video before, that you can just craft, and when you don't like what you crafted, you can just uncraft it. I don't know if that's a valid word in English, but I invented it now. It's uncraft. If you don't like something you crafted, you can uncraft it or redo it. But that's maybe the boring version. Uncraft. It's way cooler, isn't it? Yeah, so don't let that stop you. That's just maybe the best advice in the junk journaling business. Don't let something you didn't like stop you from keep going. Because you can always change that, and if you really don't like it, then it's just paper and you can throw it away, or maybe cut it out and create something new with it. So here's something missing as well. And that's basically just it. I mean, it looks a bit wet now because of the glue, but when it's dry, then we have our masterboard that we can still decorate. We could also use our distress inky thingy and distress the edges, for example. We could glue some die cuts onto it. The thing I'll do with is I'll cut some tags out and some page tabs, and yeah, we'll see how I decorate them, the single pieces, when I cut them out. And you'll see some of it in the video after the next one, I think, or in the next video. I'm not quite sure, because this is a part of my decoration for a little project, for a little so-called art junk journal. Like if you know Luise Heinzel, for example, she does these really decorated junk journals, and I always wanted to do one like this, but I always think, oh my gosh, how can I decorate a normal page-sized junk journal in that way? So I created a little junk journal, and I'm gonna start with that, because with the little ones, the page is more fast. You know what I mean. So you'll see about that in a few videos. And this is just it for today. So it's just a little podcast craft along with me, and I hope you liked it. I'll put a picture at the end of the video when this is dry, because now it looks not so good with all these paper water marks right here. And then you'll see how it turned out when it's dry. And for now, I wish you a great day. I hope you had fun watching or listening, and maybe you created something along with me. And I wish you all the best, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye bye.